Hello, hello, hello. It's Rosemary, Nonny here, the Prosperity Minister. I support you in leaving behind the pain, the limiting stories, beliefs of the past. I support you to rise victorious in your true design life, which I believe is a free, fulfilled, financially abundant, and love-drenched life. Ambition is not a bad thing. Sometimes when people awaken spiritually, when people start pursuing the spiritual life, there's a feeling almost that you need to deaden yourself, that in order to know God or to know the universe or divine, that you have to lose yourself. You have to forget who you are, as if there's no value in who you are as a person. I was reading a book this morning, actually. It's a spiritual book, and it has really good stuff in it. But there's always, and this I always suffered with this, particularly at church as well. Whenever anybody came to give any kind of testimonial or to tell us their story, they always start by saying something along the lines of, I didn't even know that the Lord or the divine would use me in this way. I just kept saying yes, and I was so humble, and then I got used by the divine to do all kinds of magic things. Now, I've always known that I want to do specific things. I've always known that there's a call on my life. I've always been ambitious about it. I've been ambitious about every area of my life, really. I've always wanted more. And I always used to feel somehow guilty and shameful for being myself, because I kept thinking I'm too proud. The divine is not going to be able to work with me because I am that person that knows that I want to prosper. I know what I want to do, and maybe I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to be super spiritual, super humble, and just talk about it with a soft voice on how I just followed the flow of life, and then things just opened. The doors just opened for me. And you say it in that voice about how, it's not me. It's completely the universe. It's completely God. It's not me. Anyway, yes. So this book was making me feel a little bit like that today. And then I caught the divine saying to me, Rosemary, you're judging yourself. You're judging yourself because you're comparing yourself to somebody else here. You're comparing yourself to their story. Yes, maybe for them they had no ambition. Maybe they're just not ambitious type of people. But you know what? And the divine was saying to me, I love your ambition. And he said this to me before. I've even written a whole book about being ambitious, and how ambition is not a dirty word. And and even I still need to be reminded that being spiritual doesn't mean that you forget who you are. Being spiritual doesn't mean that you die to every single part of you. Yes, there's going to be parts of your life that actually you don't want because it doesn't feel so great. Great. That stuff you'll willingly, finally, get rid of. But the essence of you, ambition is not a bad thing. So you have ambitions for the things you want to do in the world. So you have ambitions for the people you want to impact. You have ambitions for the money you want to make. None of those things are bad. None of those things are bad. And sometimes when you read spiritual books or you listen to spiritual teachers or whatever, it almost seems as if you should not want anything. You're just supposed to, you're awakening now. It's all about glory and light and love and light all the time. And it's like, no, honey, if there's a part of you, and so for us in this community, okay, what's it called? Embrace your ambition. Embrace the assertive, aggressive sometimes part of you that knows what you want and you are determined to create it in your lifetime. Do not let anybody's spirituality make your spirituality seem somehow less than. It's not true. Yes, people have great, amazing things to say. I'm not saying like this book I was reading doesn't mean everything they were saying is rubbish, but I just know that there's this whole vibe amongst spiritual people sometimes where it's like it's a bad thing to want anything. No, it's not. Your desires are of the divine. Allow yourself to want what you want. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel ashamed of it. Don't think that, you mustn't be spiritual enough if you have desires and you have ambition. Seriously, that is why there's so many wishy-washy spiritual people in the world today. We are those who know we have power beyond our physical form. Allow yourself to really tap into that. Allow yourself to be all that you are. Allow yourself to prosper in the way that you want to. Because if you keep denying what you actually desire because you think it's not humble enough or you think it's not spiritual enough, you'll never get it. Because if you can't say that I want it, you can be sure that you will never have it. Own your ambition. Own the powerful, driven part of you. Anytime I say driven spiritual people, it almost feels like you're not supposed to say something like that. The spiritual people are not supposed to be driven. Yes, we can be. Yes, we can be. My business growth has been the biggest spiritual growth for me. Growing a business will grow you in ways that you can't ever imagine whilst you're sitting on the fence telling yourself to be all humble and nice and kind all the time. Wake up and don't, loving God, loving the divine, being spiritual, it doesn't mean you have to give up you. It doesn't mean you have to be less than who you are. It's expanding you into more, not shrinking you into some kind of copycat of every other spiritual person on the planet with their wimpy voices. No, okay, I'm judging everybody, but but you know what I mean. Sometimes being spiritual, it seems to mean that you speak with a soft voice and you only, I just go with the flow all the time. I believe in these things, but not at the expense of you. It is you that the world needs. It is you that will prosper. You need to wake up. Stop trying to dampen out the great parts of you, telling yourself that they're not spiritual enough. It's time to start loving yourself completely. Loving yourself completely. Listen to how you speak to yourself. A lot of us walk through life judging ourselves in so many ways. Hey, Evelyn, yes. Ambition can be power, for sure. For sure. Absolutely. Don't judge yourself for being who you are. Okay? It is okay to be spiritual and ambitious. Awaken, my loves. Come into the abundance library. Come and rewire your mind for increased happiness, increased prosperity. Come and leave behind the pain, the limiting stories of the past. Seriously. Come and rise victorious in your true design life. And just by listening to the programs, you expose yourself to a whole new empowering way of looking at life. If you resonate with the work that I do, you will absolutely adore the Abundance Library. And not only adore it, you will allow yourself to be empowered and to be uplifted. So message me the word abundance so I can get the link over to you, okay? I'll probably put the link around the video at some point when I get home, possibly. But for now, message me the word abundance. I will get that link over to you. It's time to rewire your mind, your brain, so that you allow yourself to be all of you and to prosper in all of your life, in your relationships, in your health, in your money, in your work. Allow yourself to prosper. Come and immerse yourself in the Deliberate Millionaire. It'd be great to see you opening up to all that is possible for you. I know you're already powerful people, but you have no idea how you're holding yourself back. Okay? Hey, Evelyn, I'll send it to you as soon as I can, okay? Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it here, carry on my walk. But remember, ambition, it's a good thing. If you are an ambitious person, don't think that makes you less spiritual. It doesn't. Because of your ambitions, you will change people's lives. Because of your ambitions, you will change your own life. Because of your ambitions, you will step deeper into the divine. You will become more. You will expand because of your ambition. So don't you dare put it down, telling yourself that, oh, I'm awakened now. I need to not be ambitious anymore. That's a nonsense of a nonsense of a nonsense. Awaken, my loves. Message me the word abundance if you want to immerse your mind and completely rewire your brain for increased happiness, increased prosperity. And share this video with somebody else, okay? Much amazing love. Go forth and prosper today. Have a great, amazing day. Mwah. Bye.